Hey there, guys. Welcome to 3 Minute English. Today I'll be talking about the subject of in and on, but because they have a lot of different uses, as you probably know, I won't be able to go over everything. Instead, I'm going to explain, or at least try to the best of my abilities, their usages regarding one's position somewhere, specifically by means of transportation. Now, the reason why I want to go over this aspect of in and on is because I came across someone who was asking about it. Not to me, but I found it posted online and it made me wonder, how would I actually explain this to someone if they were asking me? I'd assume it's something that gives most English students and learners a bit of a headache knowing which one is the right one to use. But to be honest with you, if someone asked me about this, I probably wouldn't be able to give a good answer right away and would give a typical response like, "Oh, because it doesn't sound natural." However, since I have this wonderful channel, I can spend my sweet time on it and create these marvelous illustrations for you to enjoy. Anyways, I'm going to tell you right now that, in my opinion, both in and on in this context could be interchangeable, depending on the type of transportation and when you use them. I'll try to explain this as best I can so that you'll understand what I'm talking about, okay? Now let's try to break it down and start with in. The definition of in is that you're inside of something where there are limits, as if you're restricted or confined in a space with walls and a ceiling. With on, the definition is that you are both supported by and come into contact with a surface or object of some kind. So whether it's having no barriers like walls and ceilings around, and or you're free to move around as you please, there are less limitations with on. With that being said, it makes a little more sense as to why we would use in or on, like the examples that you've seen earlier, or any others like it. As you can see in these examples, the first three would be acceptable if you used in informally. But with the other examples, unfortunately, it's not okay to use one over the other as you please because of what I just went over with you, and they would sound strange or unnatural. I just added the last example with the house to maybe prove a point even though it's not a mode of transportation. So does it make a little more sense for you guys now? I think I covered everything about this topic the best I could. There might be exceptions or something else that I forgot to mention. I hope you guys have found it helpful. That'll do it for me. I'll see you next time.